This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Welcome back to the McBain Community Sports Complex, where the friendly confines of the McBain field has not been so friendly for McBain, but right now, home field advantage is playing into it. McBain is up 12-0. Lake City is threatening. They are in McBain territory. First down and 10. Zach Zorn right up the middle. Tackled by a host of McBain players. Garrett Verberkmos won. Caleb Strickland also in on the tackle. So, Jack Klunder, good to have you with us again. Thanks for doing this tonight.
No problem.
Kyle Smith, the Lake City coach, has tried to do a spread look against McBain in the first quarter.
Yeah.
2 possessions, really no success with that. He's gone more to an I backfield. Maybe this looks like a T right now with a split. Oh, pro set. Oh, pistol. There we go.
Nice.
Now Balser was rolling to your left. Now, Jack, you played quarterback in high school. It almost looked like Balser was like deer in the headlights back there. I don't mean to talk mean about him, but he didn't really react to the player that was coming right at him. Is it hard to roll to your weak side?
You know, our coaches always said that as soon as you roll out, you need to get, especially being a right-handed quarterback, you need to get loaded, ready to throw. And so it is an awkward run when you're running with your with the ball loaded, ready to go.
Also, another thing, the quarterback's got to be looking downfield, so is he not necessarily seeing the people?
And, you know, Caleb came hard that play, so.
Balser hands it off to Zoran right up the middle. Nice tackle by number 7, Alex Utek. Read that one right. Now, Alex has played a lot of positions this year. McBain has been hit by the injury bug.
Yeah.
Some of the notables are Chance Rodenbaugh with a knee injury, Hunter Ransom with a knee injury. Emmett Bronkema is out, and then there's a few walking wounded even out on the field. But Alex Utek has had to fill a lot of roles this year.
And you love his kind of commitment when it comes to learning the game, because he is a student of the game. He coaches on Saturdays. He just, I'm sure, makes the hours of huddle that have been played on his computer.
4th and 16, Lake City punt. Logan Ealing back deep. And really, there weren't many Lake City players back there for him, so he had a lot of time to pick that ball up and return it. Returned it about 10 yards. That's going to give McBain 1st and 10, about the 29-yard line, 24-yard line. Get my angles here up in the press box. I'm going to start watching TV. There's better angles on the... So they're going to stick with that power eye set. This is I got to play football with Coach Maloney in high school, and this was some of our sets too. Caleb Strickland in the backfield now. Caleb is a kid that goes 100% of the time. Sometimes you got to live and die with his speed, but he's going to give everything he has at every play.
Yeah, the first time I ever actually got to watch him play in a game that was memorable was over at Kingsley. And playing corner when they run what we called that stag formation. But he just commits. And it does not matter the size of the person running at him.
Caleb is not a big kid, but he's all heart.
Yep.
He is a junior. He runs slot for McBain. He did some kickoff returns and punt returns for McBain.
2nd year on varsity.
Pulled up as a sophomore. The officials are conferring. A penalty against McBain, or Lake City. That's going to move McBain upfield. We're thinking illegal participation, not precipitation. Yeah.
McBain on their own 41-yard
so
line.
Right now, Lake City penalties are some of McBain's best plays.
You know, you take a sack and then you get a big penalty that...
So that's going to move McBain closer to midfield, or just over the 40-yard line. Power eye left. Cole Sealant, no, Caleb Strickland up the middle, making people miss. Definitely a first down and more.
Number 11, Caleb Strickland with the ball inside the 45-yard line of Lake City.
I got to tell these players to turn to the press box when they're done. Tackled by number 12,
Number 12
Wyatt Bisbal. Now, I'm sure Wyatt's the brother to a few of those talented Bisbal girls up at Lake City. I hope he doesn't hate being known by his talented sisters, but I know there's some great volleyball and basketball players there.
It's not so bad. I had to, fall victim to that.
It's 1st and 10 for McBain. Power eye left, shifting to a power eye right, trying to trick the defense, which I don't think so. I think just a mistake. Up fullback, it's Bam Bam up the middle, reading blocks. Refusing to go down. Nice carry and gain by Noah Hendrickson. That'll be a first down for McBain. About a 20-yard gain. I don't have the exact, but great run by Noah. 21 yards for the young sophomore who does not look like a sophomore. He is a big kid. So a lot of plays giving it to the tailback. That last play was giving it to the fullback. Just a quick turn by the quarterback. Almost so quick, it's hard to see who has the ball. Ball's on the ground. Caleb Strickland couldn't grab it. Logan tried to reach for it. Looks like by the Lake City players that Lake City has it. We'll have to see who comes up with it.
And Logan's reaction.
Yeah. It is going to be Lake City ball. So penalties and turnovers can kill you in the game, and we've seen it affect both teams tonight. So McBain looked like they were doing well, and the turnover bug bit them.
And you just, as a McBain fan, do not want any momentum going Lake City's way.
Lake City comes out with a single back. I don't think he was set, but Zach Norin with the ball carry. He is zigging and zagging, getting through there, setting up blocks. He did a nice job on that one. He gained 5 yards.
If I'm correct, I think he is the player that scored the opening touchdown from the kickoff last year. Ran it back for a touchdown. Against
Beale City, he had 4 passes for 109 yards. So they used him probably as a receiver against Beale, maybe realizing that they got to get the ball in the hands, so they have him in the backfield. Yeah, quarterback has personal protectors on both sides. Zoran up the left side. Nice read by McBain.
Zachary Norin, the ball carrier.
Looks like Mike Hooker was in on that with a host of other Ramblers.
It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, it's Lake City trying to stretch out the field, and McBain is doing a great job running straight downhill.
So really, Lake City doesn't have necessarily the size that McBain has. They have the speed, and so you got to figure out what's going to work as far as offense. Do you try to run up the gut with their big guys, or do you try to outrun them up the side? Norin up the sideline. He's made some cuts. No one left to catch him. Zoran with a huge play. Started all the way back from the 27-yard line.
Run by number 16.
Huge run.
Zachary Norin.
We're going to have a replay coming up here. If you can look, he just zigzags in and out. He forces our cornerback, McBain's cornerback, to come in, and then Garrett tries to ankle tackle him, not there, and then a nice cutback to get Logan Ealing on the ground. And there was no one else to catch up with him. Mike Hooker tried to, but I think Mike's got some injuries he's dealing with. Looks like the kick is partially blocked. So that puts Lake City on the board with 6 points. We're in the second quarter with 6:55 to go, and McBain is up 12-6. So just like you said, Coach, you didn't want to give Lake City any momentum, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Yep. Well, this will be a good test to see how we react to this. See if they can reset, have a short memory.
I am looking at the averages of what McBain and Lake City have put up, and McBain has averaged 19.1 points a game, and Lake City has averaged 20 points a game, so that's pretty even. McBain has given up 20 points a game, but Lake City's given up 31 points a game. So if McBain's going to have a strong offensive output, you would think this would be the game that they're going to have it. they played some pretty good teams, too. Some of the common teams that they played have been Manton, but Lake City beat Manton, and Manton crushed McBain.
So
Manton was a different team, though. They had a different quarterback at that time, and after losing to Lake City, that's probably one of the changes they made.
Number 3, Logan Ealing.
So number 32 kicking off, that's Mike Stab. That looked like Camp House on Brett Camp House on the return. Well, he went down quick. Did that look horse tackle to you, or is that just some wet grass?
I think they might have run into each other. I think he might have run into one of our blockers. 11.
So this brings up 1st and 10 for McBain. About the 29-yard line, 28, 29-yard line. Power eye left.
Number 35.
Replay again.
Sealer, the ball carrier.
We got a replay coming up here.
Gain of about a yard on the play.
This is the kickoff again. This is Brett Camphouse. And he basically gets hit from behind by his own player, and that's what took him down. But number 11, lucky enough, or I don't have an 11 on the thing.
I don't either, yeah.
They had 27 kids on their roster, so Lake City's got some good numbers. McBain only has 20 dressed for tonight's game. It's even hard to practice when you only have 20 kids. Keontae Gray's the tight end, line up on the left side, power eye right.
You know, Lake City's defense
Toss
is going
to the right.
6-2 now, trying to plug up the middle.
Cole Seelan trying to run around them. Gets past the first down marker.
Cole Seelan advanced the ball to the 45-yard line. That's a first down for McBain.
Nice gain for Cole Seelan there, and a nice pitch by Logan Ealing with some lead blockers.
Balser.
Jack, you were saying Lake City switched their defense. What have you noticed?
They had 6 guys with their hands in the dirt, so you lose some of that horizontal threats to the outside there.
Nice notice by the McBain coaches to see that, because when you're on the ground, you're firing forward. You're not ready to run side to side.
Looks like they're going to stay in it, so.
Power eye left. Same play to the left side this time.
Yep.
Oh. Trying to jump over some players, gets hit pretty hard by number 12, Wyatt Bisbal.
It'll be second down and 5.
Noah Hendrickson getting up slow, shaking some things out.
On the stop, number 54.
It's a gain of about 5 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 5 from midfield, just threatening to get into Lake City territory. Coach Maloney calls a timeout.
Timeout on the field.
So, Jack, one thing in football is momentum.
Yes.
And McBain had the momentum going into the second quarter here, and then a turnover deep in Lake City territory. 2 plays later, Lake City scores on a...
I think it was a
74-yard run, something like that. An amazing run, some great cutbacks. What do you notice? We have cornerback out there. Now, is a cornerback supposed to keep everything funneled into the middle, or did he dive too quick to the inside?
You know, and I think that, is it Noren?
Yeah.
Noren did a nice job setting up that block, because he had one guy out in front of him for our corner, and I think he dipped inside, busted outside, and had the block long enough to get by him. He had good vision at the end, too, to cut back when our safety and then our other corner, I think Logan's backside corner, had the angle.
Second down and 5 for the Ramblers at midfield.
So really, one play has killed McBain so far.
But it looks like they're resetting.
Noah Hendrickson jumping over the linemen. Sometimes that's a dangerous thing when you're in the middle of the field.
Getting exposed.
That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 3.
It'll be 3rd down and 3.
It's hard to cut when your feet are in the air, isn't it?
Of course, with those 6 guys on the line there, they're going to, they're diving, grabbing ankles, trying to make a pile, so that has to happen.
And really with a fullback like Noah, how much cutting do you want him to do?
No.
Just keep running north and south.
A nice toss to the outside here with their 6'2", or send Logan.
Logan Ealing around right side somehow somehow did not
Number
get tackled.
3, Logan Ely, the ball carrier.
And there's no flags on the field.
Looks like he was put out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Lake City. It's going to
So
be really close for
him?
first down. They won't
Now,
have
as a
to move
quarterback,
the chains very
you
far
got
to
to
mark it.
know to get past.
First down.
They
McBain.
gave it to him. So, I mean, sometimes you got to give your body up to get that first down.
And you can see where that was an important third down with the field position. You know, that's going to put you in a tough spot. Fourth down and 45, you know, with this kind of score. So put it in Logan's hand and trusting him and
Yep.
go as he goes.
Broke 2 tackles on that. And that's some amazing speed. Now, I've had the pleasure of being old and trying to play basketball against some of these guys, and they make me look silly for how fast and quick they are. So, splitting.
They're going to call a timeout on this
field.
one. This is a
McBain,
brand new
timeout.
formation for
A
Lake City.
reminder
They have
that
not
the
seen
McBain High
this
School
yet
Marching
out of
Ramblers will be
McBain.
performing for your
So it looked like they
halftime
came
enjoyment.
out, and at least trips this side. I didn't catch what was on the other side, but
And I'm not sure how much I should say on
so
with some insider information.
so we have basically with 6 hands in the dirt, and all of a sudden you spread them out. Some of those guys have to stand up and cover some people.
Yeah, they take their outside linebackers and put them down on the line, so their 4-4 becomes a 6-2 pretty easily. But then those outside backers lose
reminder
their
that the
angles
seniors
to the
have
outside
In the
because they're right on
concession
the
stand
line.
tonight,
And
they
so,
have
you know,
hot
that
dogs,
toss or that quarterback
hamburgers,
keep to the
Philly
outside,
steak
especially the
pizza,
field like
pepperoni
that,
pizza, candy,
you're really
Gatorade,
stretching, especially
coffee,
if you get
hot
one block on
chocolate,
the end.
and I'm not
Now, there's
sure
2 thoughts
there
in
was a
football
limited
about this:
special
is you can try to
cinnamon
mix
rolls.
things up and
You better hustle
get
to
the
get yours if
defense
there's any
thinking, and
left.
when you're thinking, you're not playing fast.
Yep,
Or
that's
you,
what they did there, I would bet.
Or you can stick with what's working.
Yeah. So here comes their heavy set, it looks like.
So trips to the left, single receiver to the right with Noah Hendrickson, personal bodyguard. Fake to the man in motion, Caleb Strickland, and Logan Ealing.
Logan Ely,
Looks like he
number 3,
might
the
have
quarterback, the ball
did he
carrier,
fumble that, or was that just
inside
bodies
the
flying?
40-yard line to
Nope.
about the 38.
Boy,
Gain
Caleb
of,
Strickland took a
6
hard
yards
hit
on the
right
play.
there,
It'll be
but
second down and
he basically
4.
became a lead blocker.
Yeah.
Number
I got to think that the
28,
line
Zach
let that
Schimmel
player
on the
go,
stop.
knowing that the back was going to pick him up. But how many hits can a small kid like Caleb take?
I think quite a few. He is a tough kid.
Kind of a pro set, split back. Hendrickson up the middle for that first read on
Number
that
44,
veer
Noah
option.
Hendrickson, the ball
Gain
carrier
of
to
about
the
2 on the play. That's going to bring up about
37-yard
3rd
line.
and
It's going
3.
to be 3rd down and 2 for McBain.
Now, Pat Maloney's known and has done a lot of coaching in the
Number
split back
44,
veer.
Johnny Feller,
But a lot of times you need the quarterback
58,
to
Thomas
be
Miller.
very good at reading
down
the
and 2
defensive
for
end
McBain.
and all the other reads that are involved with that. So it takes some time to implement that.
Quick processor. Oh. Oh.
Ealing somehow kept that ball from being fumbled.
Pitch out
Didn't
to
really
number
have control
35,
of it and
Cole
pitches
Seelan.
it. I'm thinking it was
He is
Cole
stopped
Seelan, but
inside the 30-yard line.
it was a
Looks
nice
like it's
pitch.
gonna be
Good
spotted
enough
on
for a
the
first down.
28. First down, Ramblers.
so sometimes just being an athlete can really help.
Yes.
I think anybody else would have had that fumble. It looked like
On
the
the
first
stop,
back
Lake
hit the
City,
ball.
number 12, Wyatt
It wasn't
Bisbal.
really even in Logan's hand. He was able to pitch it out to the right.
Yeah.
First and 10 from about the 27-yard line. Clock might start becoming an issue here with halftime coming up.
But we're in a position where we have 4 downs now.
Caleb Strickland in motion. Fakes to Strickland and gives to the
Number
fullback,
44,
Noah Hendrickson, who
Hendrickson, the ball
rumbles
carrier,
up the middle
inside
for
the
about
25-yard
4 or
line
5
to the
yards.
24. Looks like a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7.
So 2nd and 7 coming up.
Tripped up by number 88.
2 minutes
Zachary
and 54
Hayes.
seconds. Pat Maloney calling some plays from the sideline, trying to get the right players out of the huddle. Garrett Verberkmos near side, split out wide. Power I again. Cole Seelan up the middle. Man, it's crowded in there, but somehow it looks like he's close to the first down.
Cole Seelan, the ball carrier, inside the 20-yard line.
And as you were saying earlier, did it look like he was running pretty high? You know, when he gets right on the heels of those two
On
blockers, it's
number
pretty hard
7,
to
Justin
stay
Get
low.
low, isn't it?
Third down for McBain. Third down and 1.
He's catching them pretty quick.
So like in football, it's all about creating lanes and alleys and not necessarily maintaining and driving off blocks, but just getting in the way of the defender. Double tight power I. This is power football here. Saying we need a first down here on 3rd and short, and they looks like they get it because the chains are ready to move already, even without an official signal. First down for McBain. Now,
Kill the clock, get a score.
minute 56. The clock will start after the chains are set. Now, you don't want too much time left, but you want to make sure you have enough time to get in. I think we've already used a timeout as far as McBain, so probably 2 timeouts left in this half.
They're heavy set again.
Off his back foot, going to Verberkmos. Verberkmos fights for it, and he misses. He's arguing for
We got a
flag.
flag down.
Got a flag in the backfield.
There is a flag
Now,
on the
Verberkmos, a
field.
sophomore, has to be aware that he's dealing with Jerome, the ref. Jerome is not going to put up with talk. The ref just threw another flag, so that could be some talking going on, complaining about something, and the refs don't want to hear it.
Now watching the receiver and how Garrett was going to play that ball, I did not see what was happening with Logan. Was it a late hit, roughing the passer?
Personal foul, roughing the
But there
passer
could be
against Lake
another
City.
And then unsportsmanlike
Unsportsmanlike
conduct against Lake City.
against Lake
Wow.
City.
So it's not 2 fouls. Do they have to pick one to take, or? So that's going to give McBain a first
Well, it looks like the
and
ball's going to be spotted inside the
and
5-yard line.
goal on about the
four.
4-yard line.
First and goal for the
Kyle
Ramblers.
Smith comes up and wants an explanation. The refs haven't blown the whistle yet, so the referee is standing over the ball. Kyle Smith wants an interpretation, the Lake City coach. So the roughing the passer or roughing the quarterback and then an unsportsmanlike conduct. So what do you think? Do you think
Well, I'm
something
just
was
looking
said?
at the 15 yards that they marched out, you know, inside the... Nice. I'm just listening to
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, inside the 20 is usually half, you know, way to the goal line, and they have just done it twice. That's how they must have arrived at that.
7.5 each. Logan Ealing with the keeper up the middle
Touch.
is finally tackled, but after he crosses the goal line. So Logan Ealing taking it to the house on first and 4. So that is going to put up McBain 18-6 right now with the point after coming up. So really, Jack, a huge call
Yeah.
on that incomplete pass, the roughing the passer, and then the unsportsmanlike. They did march it off 15 yards, but usually there is a half the distance somewhere in there. Nice crowd at McBain tonight. McBain going for 2. Logan Vandenbos in motion. Fake the handoff. Logan Ealing
Get
going to
there.
try to dive across, and he does. Extra point again. Attempt is good. So McBain earning 2 more points on that are going to go up 20-6. And they scored with enough time. There's a minute 27. Now, coach, in practice, the offensive coach always practices the 2-minute drill, right? That's
Yeah, that
usually
was
a
the-
daily
one of the-
routine.
yeah.
A lot of times you can get conditioning out of that and do a
Yep.
lot of time skills and things like that. So every team has the 2-minute drill in their repertoire. Let's see what Lake City's looks like.
Oh, okay.
So Andrew Sycamore is going to line it up. He's been kicking from the right hash. Usually he takes it. And he looks to see what Coach Maloney is looking at. He's going to bring it over to the left hash this time.
Prepare to kick off for McBain, number 57.
But basically it looks like he's trying to keep it out of the
Andrew
mud.
Sycamore back deep is number 24,
Lake
Caleb
City has
Bellows.
2 timeouts left.
And number 7, Justin Balser. for the Trojans.
Now, a lot of times, Coach Maloney likes to keep the ball toward the McBain sideline, too.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'm
do some
surprised they haven't moved. Oh,
left-footed
it's gonna
kicker.
go out of bounds.
Almost kicked
Kickoff is out
to
of
the
bounds.
official, Jerome. But, you know, we've seen 3 kickoffs. They've given Lake City field position at the 50 and the 40-something and the 30-something. Why not just kick it out of bounds? It's Lake City ball at the 35.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 35-yard
Honestly,
line.
it's their second worst
Yep.
starting field position.
Against the Ramblers.
Now, it is
Not
a
a bad
penalty,
play.
but
Ball's at
It-
the 35-yard line of Lake City, 1st and 10.
one of their best plays, I think.
Yeah.
And really, you know, when you work, what is practice? 2 hours, 3 hours a night. You have to work on so many different positions. Sometimes the kicking game gets, you know, wait till Thursday type thing.
Yeah.
Great penetration by number 4, George Brown, the second, the
Nice.
freshman,
At the 25-yard
transferred from
line.
Manton early in this year. And MHSA rules state that when you are a
That's stop
freshman, you
number 4,
can
George
participate
Brown.
in
That's a loss of 10
athletics right
yards on
away.
the
If you
play.
transfer
It'll be
sophomore,
second
junior,
down
senior,
and
you have to
20.
sit out a semester. So if you're going to transfer, your freshman year is the best time to do it. And after that play, happy to have them at McBain.
Fitting right in.
So Lake City in their spread formation, dropping back deep. Oh, has a man
Incomplete
wide open. Is
pass.
number 20,
Pass intended for number 20,
Jacob Ball. And
It'll be
really,
third down
we've
and 20.
heard 3 huge names here for Lake City. Justin Balser, the quarterback, Zach Noren, and Jacob Ball. So it looks like those are the players they're trying to get the ball into their hands.
Yeah, and I think I misspoke. Their quarterback was the receiver, or caught the ball and ran it back last year for the touchdown.
Okay.
I think it's Justin Balser.
Trips to the right for Lake City. A single receiver spread out wide on the left. Personal protector back there. Balser taking it. Looks like he has room. He's got blockers. Cole Seelan has a chance. Drives him out of bounds at midfield. The clock does stop, and it is a first down. There's 35 seconds on the clock. Huge play by Balser, and it looked like really a bad play, a broken play, and he makes an amazing play out of it.
Yeah, you know, the
First and
front
10,
four for
Trojans,
the defense right
49-yard
now
line
are
of
flying
McBain.
upfield to try to get the pressure on the quarterback, and when they miss him,
All right, we got a replay coming up here. Trips to the right. Basically, they ran people out. Great block by the tailback there. Look at him just cutting up field.
Plays whistle dead.
A lot of times I want my players running north and south, but he did a good job of trying to outrun.
Timeout on
Cole
the field.
Seelan was the cornerback on that side, and
McBain's
Cole actually
timeout.
did a nice job of springing him wide.
yeah. And I'm wondering if he was trying to get out of bounds, just
Oh,
knowing
to stop the clock.
situation they were in.
Smart play. Timeout by Lake City. I don't know if a play was run or not. We had the replay going on, so we were watching the replay instead of what was going on in the field, which that's what I love about this TV. We got to give a shout out to our camera crew here. We got Rain Johnson Hill, Tyler Britnell, Jacob Fulis on cameras for us tonight. They are working at the CTC Digital Media Production, and Nick Coy is shadowing, so he's helping them out. Kaylee Buck is our replay, I want to say official. She doesn't wear the stripes, though, but she is awesome at it. And Dakota Pike is our director, the man in the van, making all this happen for you tonight. Thank you for all you guys putting all this hard work, this setup.
First and 10, Trojans
They really
on the
make the job easy
49-yard
for
line
us.
of McBain.
Yeah, they do.
We get to enjoy a great
It's really
game.
fun to watch
Left in the
them
half.
excel outside the classroom and
What a
find something they love to do.
great hands-on program.
Bubble screen.
Oh, yeah, a quick screen pass to the right.
Pass complete to
Number
12.
12, Wyatt Bisbal
Stopped at
couldn't keep his
midfield.
feet. Not
Timeout
sure
on the
that's
field.
what
Lake
Coach
City's
wanted on such a
timeout.
quick play with really
He lost
no
the yard. It'll be second
yardage
down and
gained on
11
that.
When play
But
resumes.
that's the thing, you want to put the ball in the kids' hands, spread them out, and make something happen. But Bisbal tripped on maybe some wet grass, some muddy ground. McBain has had a few home games here, and of course there's a rocket program and the marching bands out there, and gets a lot of wear and tear during the football season.
Alex did a nice job there, too, being right where he's supposed to be.
A lot of times I've heard Alex is just being one of those brainiacs, if you will, one of those smart players that knows the game. Might not always be the fastest kid on the team or the tallest or the strongest, but when you're the smartest kid on the team, that's helpful.
That does.
Trips to the right. Balser looking deep. He's going to go deep to the left. Short. Coming up. Garrett Verberkmos was there on defense, and it was for Zach Norin. Just a little too short on that. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. At least the clock stopped for Lake City, so there's 23 seconds to go on that before halftime. So Lake City at midfield with a few seconds to go. 3rd down. So basically you got this and another down. Do you go for the first and hope you have more, or do you have 2 shots at the end zone right now?
I think a completion with towards the sideline is what they need.
Balser finds Bisbal, who's taken down quick by Caleb Strickland. There's a flag in the backfield, which stops the clock. So it doesn't give Lake City a first down on the play, but it looks like it's a McBain penalty, probably a roughing the passer.
Looks like it.
And that looks like Sean Sycamore. He's hitting his helmet. Personal foul, roughing the passer. So that's going to give him 15 plus a first.
This is 2 shots to the end zone.
So we got 15.5 seconds. Lake City's tried a couple screens thinking that they're not going to beat them deep.
Underneath, right.
But your clock is your enemy now, as opposed is McBain. So it's not really Hail Mary at this distance, but high school quarterbacks, they might have to heave it pretty far. Now, you've seen those hook and ladders and things like that. Is this a good time to run something, or do you just want to complete it?
No, I think I like those calls. You know, the hook and ladder, though, getting tackled right now.
Across the middle. 3 receivers there. Nobody really went for it, so it must have been out. But the important thing is there's still some time on the clock. 11 seconds to go before halftime.
11 seconds on the clock.
So McBain players back on defense talking about what they need to do. I'm sure Coach Pace is barking out where he wants everybody, how deep they want them. You talk about these things in practice all the time.
Yeah, keeping everybody in front of you.
Sometimes you tweak things during the game, knowing who's who and what kind of arm the quarterback has. Trips to the right again, single to the left. Going to the left, interception. Is that Garrett Verberkmos, or is it Logan Ealing again?
For number 2.
Logan Ealing still on his feet, trying to make something happen. Brings it back to about 42-yard line, but the time expires. So 20-6. I'll tell you what, McBain has hit their average. Hopefully they're not done scoring if you're a McBain fan. And Lake City can try to get something going because their average is around 20 a game. So we are going to go to a commercial break right now, and we'll be back for our halftime show.